Guys, I'm going to give this a go. I've never made a video before, but I wanted to, I have no idea if this is working or not, so we'll see. Um, but wanted to do a quick video on data entry for the 1984 Community Replay Project. Um, don't want data entry to become a barrier to people participating in the project because it's a pretty fun project. Data entry is kind of what I do at work. This is probably not, there's probably better ways to do it than this, but this is the way that's working for me. Like to hear your ideas if you have better ideas also, but here's how I do it. It works pretty well for me. So I use Replay Baseball to enter my stats in. So here is my box score after I've entered in all the stats. And you can go to the schedule. You can select your game on the schedule. I like to go through this way on League Home and then go to the team. And I played the May 24th game at Seattle. So at first, you've got to put it in the results before it lets you put in the stats. So if you do Alt Tab, that'll let you switch back and forth very, very quickly. I just use one monitor. I do have a programming monitor, which is really big, but I think it's actually faster than having even two monitors. But there's lots of different ways to do it. But this is I just do Alt Tab to go back and forth, so I can see the line scores here. So I can see 302 for the Yankees, three, and then just Tab 302. Two in the fifth, two in the sixth, two in the fifth, two in the sixth, one in the seventh, and then three in the eighth. And then I just tab over. I mean, it's really faster than taking your hands off the keyboard, grabbing the mouse, finding the mouse on the screen. And I'm legally blind in the left eye, so I have to have this huge mouse. Um, and if I didn't have that, it was really hard to see where the mouse is. So really, just the tab is faster. Um, but you can grab the mouse if you want. Second inning for Seattle, we go 2-3-2-0-0-1, 2-3-2-0-0-1 in the seventh, and then three in the eighth. And then you just validate the game, and it's going to tell you Yankees beat the Mariners 13-11 in 9 innings, which is not right because I was looking at the series stats. So I need to go back. Of course, gonna make huge mistakes when I start recording. I'm gonna close this out and go to the box score for this game. And for this game, here we go. We got two in the first, one in the fifth, one in the sixth, two in the first, one in the fifth, one in the sixth, and then no more. So 0-0. And then for the Mariners, we got one in the second, and then one in the fourth, and then one in the eighth. And that was it. So it should be 4-3. So now when I click validate, it should tell me New York beat Seattle 4-3 in 9 innings. If this is correct, you may save the game. So that's correct. So I'm saving the game. So now I can put those stats in so I can see them on Seattle's page. This is the game that I want to put the stats in. So I'm going to click here. Now 4-3, you can see the line scores that I just put in. So now enter the stats. And this little feature right here is really nice. If you do load previous game, it's going to pull in the lineup from the previous game. So now the lineup from the previous game is here. And I just need to see if I need to make any adjustments. So this is where my Alt Tab comes in handy, and I can see Randolph, Foley, Pinella, Baylor, Hara, Mattingly. And I promise you, I don't know these names. So I was 6 in the summer of '84. I've heard of most of these guys and have a vague memory of 1984, but I'm butchering the names. I guarantee you that. So you don't have to tell me that. um, so lost my place. Randolph Foley, Pinella, Baylor, Hara, Mattingly. Randolph Foley, Pinella, Baylor, Hara, Mattingly, and then Griffey, Weingar, and Gamble. And then my pitchers were Rasmussen and Howell. So I'm just going to click those guys. You can click the R to go through all the R's. Once you get it highlighted there, Rasmussen and Howell. So just click the H's to go through all the H's and pull him in. Now I'm checking Mariners, Perconti, Bradley Davis. Perconti, Bradley Davis. Cowens, Bono Henderson. Cowens, Bono Henderson. And then Kearney, Ramos, and Owen. Kearney, Ramos, and Owen. And then my pitchers were Vandenberg and Marabella. So I'm going to go down here, Vandenberg. And then Marabella. Okay, so now I've got my lineups. So then all I need to do is put my mouse in that first at-bat field for Willie Randolph. And replay is really nice because it lines up pretty closely with Card and Dice Baseball, which is what we're using. So we can see that Willie Randolph was 4-1-2. So I know that the at-bats, runs, and hits are the same. So I'm going 4-1-2. And then I can see he had one walk and one strikeout. So I'm just going to tab over to one walk and one K. We'll come back and pick up the others. Foley was 502 with an RBI. So it's just 5 tab 0 2 with an RBI, and then just tab through these guys. Piniella 501 with 3 strikeouts. 501, 3 Ks. Baylor 412 with 2 RBIs. 412 with 2 RBIs. Is that what it said? Yep. Hera is 4-1-1 with a strikeout. 4-1-1 with a K. Mattingly is 4 at bats. Alt tab, or Shift tab goes backwards. So like I accidentally went too far over, so I just hit Shift tab and I went back. I just keep both hands on the keyboard. I try not to touch the mouse. Griffey is 4-0-1. 4-0-1. Weingart 3 at bats and a walk. And you probably can't see it, but I got a little bar here in the way blocking me. So let me move that over. And then Oscar Gamble must have just been a pinch runner. Actually, go back to the right one. Oscar Gamble was 3 at bats, 3-1, and a walk. So 3-1 and a walk. So one of the cool features as well, for just a little keyboard shortcut, is if you get lost, if you hold down Alt and press Tab, it'll bring up all of your windows, and you can just tab through. Hope I'm not mansplaining or sharing. If you already know this, you probably know better ways than I do. But things that I do in my job that might help, and like I said, don't want to be barriers to participating in this project. So Alt Tab goes back and forth. Hold down Tab, hold down Alt, press Tab will bring all your windows up, and then you can tab through the one that you want to bring up if you get out of rhythm. So now I'm going to go down to replay. Makes it nice because I got those basic stats in, but now Randolph had a double, Hera had a double. So I need to go up here to Randolph, put his double in. Hera had a double. And this where it might be better to grab the mouse. Might not be. I'm grabbing the mouse here because there's so much distance between these random extra base hits. Baylor had a homer. It was a big homer in the first inning too, by the way. It was a 2-run shot that got the Yankees rolling. None of these other things we put in. Foley did have an error. So now I'm down to go to the pitching. So Rasmussen, he started. I think he got the win. He did get the win. He had 7.1 innings pitched and Alt Tab because I made a mistake there. 7.1, you don't have to hit delete first. He had 8 hits. And then I just know from doing this, walks, Ks are next. So I'm looking here for walks and Ks, which is 3 and 5. 3 and 5. And then home runs, runs, and earned runs. So I can see he gave up 0 home runs, 3 runs, and they were all earned. 3 runs, they were all earned. Howell, I believe he got the save. Yes, he did. So he got the save. He pitched in 1.2 and he gave up 2 hits. The relievers, I just kind of go through 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, 2 Ks. Now I'm on to the Mariners. I'm gonna try not to talk my way through here and I might talk, but not really explain things just to get a feel of how quickly this can go with your keyboard shortcuts and using the keyboard. Perconti was 5 at bats. Bradley was 5 at bats. Davis was 2-0-1 with 3 walks. 2-0-1 with 3 walks. Cowens 5-0-1 with a strikeout. Bonnell 5 at bats. Henderson 4-1-1 with 3 strikeouts. Kearney 4-1-2 with strikeouts. I said 4-1-2 with 2 strikeouts. Ramos 3-1-2 with a walk and a strikeout. Owen 3-0-3 with 3 RBIs. And that's it. Nothing else. Extra base hits. Ramos had a double. So I need to give him his double. Don't see anything else. Perconte had an error. Ramos had a stolen base and a caught stealing. So my daughter is home, so I'm going to stop sharing because I feel a little silly doing this, but I hope this gives you an idea. Maybe I can share a full one later. Thanks, guys. Bye.